guys, welcome to another episode. I'm Ricky and we got two awesome guests here. First up, we have Shirley who works at Meta and Ashley, a researcher and scientist in AI. Thanks for coming here. Today we're talking about AI in healthcare. We've all seen how AI is changing tech, but health is a whole different game. So what do you guys know about AI in healthcare right now?
Well, from what I know, AI nowadays has really popped up in the field of healthcare. Well, I could give you an example, like if I have some minor illness, I will not go to the hospital right now. I just put up an app on my phone and tap in my symptoms, and maybe just in a few seconds, it could give recommendation and conclusion about what happened to me. So you say in this way, no bills, no waiting, and no stress. So AI just makes things much easier and faster.
That's crazy. Actually, what about the research side?
AI is definitely powerful. Studies even show that it can detect breast cancer in mammograms better than radiologists themselves. This is done by the Nature Medicine research. Google's DeepMind, in fact, came up with an AI that can predict kidney failure 48 hours before it happens. But here's the problem. Outside of controlled lab settings, AI is often far less accurate. A 2021 review in the Lancet Digital Health actually said that when AI was put apart from its controlled lab settings into actual real healthcare, it was far less reliable. So while it is actually exciting to use AI in our healthcare and stuff, I don't deem it as a good replacement for traditional healthcare in general.
That's powerful, but where do you see the heading in the future?
Well, I think we will get a point where people do not need to go to the hospital for most cases. At present, it has already been doing some useful stuff for real doctors. Like it could check something like X-rays. Compared with human eyes, it might be faster to recognize some tiny signs of some disease, like at the early stage of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So who can say that maybe one day the AI could take over some person's positions and to occupy the field of healthcare?
Yeah, convenience is great, but lives are on the line. Actually, what does research say about risks?
Personally, I think that's too optimistic. I mean, AI is definitely cheaper and faster, but it does miss out on those critical details. For example, there was a BMJ study that talked about how AI tended to term urgent cases as not urgent at all. And I think that is not really helpful because in certain cases, when people are actually on the verge of something serious, they might trust AI instead of an actual doctor. So when it comes to doing, manual stuff, like sort of sorting through the massive data sets or scanning through x-rays, I think AI would be really good for that, but not necessarily taking over the position of a doctor as a whole.
Maybe.
Yeah.
AI is making healthcare more faster and more accessible, but occurrence is still the biggest hurdle. Thank you, Shirley and Ashley, for joining, and thank you guys for watching us. Would you trust AI with your healthcare? Let us know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next episode.